One thing that I discovered the other day is not having anything for like 7 hours, I would say, and then going out for like a drink with a family member. And that one drink is a pretty mild drink in terms of alcoholic content. And it immediately just made it so I needed to count and hyperfixate on every step that I took on the pavement. Otherwise, I would go absolutely flying. I'm not going to like warm up on this. Not really. Because I felt like every time I'm essentially lifting the exact same weight that I would on a working set for a warm up. Which would just mean that I essentially tuckered myself out before I've even started the set. So I think what I'm going to do is just do like dead hang for like 30 seconds. I was about to say 30 minutes, that would not. Instead of just doing like 3 or 4 reps with that, because I think it just fucked me up. I think that's what's been happening. So maybe let's just try this and see what happens, because you never know. It could be epic. Well, this is awkward. Now I've got to try and actually get it off. This is never like a fun part of this work. There's like a box of shit to steal from. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do ye olde stretches then. If I can beat 8, then that worked. If I didn't beat 8, then it's obviously that, and it's fun. I am attributing maybe some of my like slow progress. One, I've backed off a little bit in terms of calories, because I had a lot of nice like going out days, and 2, I'm still ill. I am like in my face. I'm not having fun. Really good. That works then. I also did have like one more scoop of pre-workout. It's because usually like the pre-workout that I had before was like 300 milligrams of caffeine, and this one's only 150. I know it's terrible. How am I going to survive? I've just decided to just kick it up a little bit, just see what will happen. I'm probably going to go back to the old pre-workout anyway. I was about to say I should have like a week where I don't take any caffeine. I've already had that recently. So we're all good to carry on. I think I'm going to pull one of these fuckers, because they don't have chains. So this is probably under the leg or something like that, or with both legs. That's probably the best option that I've got. Not a problem, just a bit awkward for the legs. No, back. Oh, not this shit again. I think I'll give myself the 6 and maybe just go straight on to single arm pull downs. This is just going to be like the shortest segment, because here where I've got the camera, it's just in the way of like everyone. So I don't want to be here any longer. I don't want to annoy anyone. I did just sort of go, oh fuck it. I mean, I got 10 last time with a weight. I might as well upgrade it just a little bit. And this is a nice sort of, it's a nice medium. God, it's fucking sweaty today. Shit, my life. Alright, just to clarify with this one, I've just made it just essentially way lighter, because every time I was lifting like a ridiculously heavy weight, like 20 on each side, I would get like, it's already got crap range of motion. I was just making it worse. So I decided to make it like ridiculously, I say ridiculously light, but lighter than usual, but 10 on each side. Just because if I can't get to the top of the range of motion on this thing, I'm not getting anything from it at all. So I'm certainly not getting like a deep enough stretch on it. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Otherwise, this like exercise isn't going anywhere, and that's what I was sort of worrying that was going to be the case. Ooh. Oh, pretty damn good fucking 8. Yeah, again, I don't know what this is going to look like on this, but it does not feel like there's any fucking range of motion at all. So the squeeze at the top is like the best I'm going to get out of this, which gives it a bit of variation, seeing as the machine where I'm doing like concentrating on mid-back like traps. Gives a bit of variation, stretch and squeeze, stuff like that. I'm gonna see how many, you can't see shit, how many reps I can get on this. I don't know if I need 3 sets, I'll go 3 sets. But if I don't and I get like 6, I'm with like decent form and I feel like I pushed myself enough, then we're just gonna leave it there. Yeah, see. Fuck. Oh, I've got to keep an eye on this one because I don't want this to be a one where it's like, oh, it's trouble. It's hard setting it up, and you know, it's like it's just difficult execution, and I'm going to get complacent with it, and then not actually like bother too much to increase the weight. So I'll definitely keep an eye on this one. So I've had a couple of exercises that I like that. Like, there's a balance, isn't there? There's like, it's like figuring out that you can lift way more than you thought. You just thought you couldn't, and that was what was holding you back. Like that sort of just lack of faith in yourself, so that you think you're not strong. And it's weird because it's like, it sounds like cringe and obvious, but it's like, it happens a lot. It happens a lot with me as well. And then there'll be the like, you are lifting too much, you're not lifting it well. And it's not even like I'm being like anal about form because like, oh, everything should be perfect. It's just like, it's just to mitigate like injury and make so you're actually like using your time effectively in the gym. I mean, if you just want to have fun, just make that clear. But yeah, I would say just to like make the most of the time that you spend in the gym. I would definitely learn how to do an exercise properly. If you're starting, however, because there's so much shit, and it's like the gym, like the fitness community is so swamped with information, I would literally just like, the best advice I'd give is just go to the gym. Like, even if you're just going around trying machines, going, oh, that one looks fun, I'm gonna try that one. I probably did it like shit, but I don't know, I'm gonna give it a go. That's a good way of going about it. And then just sort of like picking exercises as you go and go, yeah, this is going to be on this day, I'll do this day on that day. Don't go in with this sort of like, okay, I've got this routine, I've got fucking arched back 90 degree fucking one side pillows. Like, even just like the first month, you just go in, like, maybe you can go in with a mate, ask someone like in the gym, talk to people who are in the gym and just be like, look, can you show me how to do this? And people are nice at the gym. They'll help you out. They just look scary. I look terrifying, so I wouldn't blame you if you. Yeah, definitely experiment at the gym, and don't be afraid of it too. I mean, and also especially don't be afraid of like, because sometimes they'll be busy, and you know, there are people that say like, oh, going at night is the best time to go. Usually everyone has that idea. And so everyone goes at night. Like past 5, you're essentially fucked. And then 5 onwards, you're doomed. I think I wish I'd spent my first year with a personal trainer, or like with someone who was experienced. So I spent a lot of that first year doing a lot of things wrong. And it was great because like, it gave me the experience to figure out what works for me and what doesn't. But then again, it was a lot of time wasted, like backtracking, changing routines all the time, and having like very little faith in what I was doing. It was a bit lost in that first year. I can't say it wasn't helpful. It just didn't feel helpful at the time. It won't feel helpful at the time at all. So I definitely understand why people will go into the gym like a couple of months and then go, yeah, it's just not working. Because it is a bit like growing plants. Oh, I definitely noticed that sometimes I fall into a trap where I will like say shit and just expect people to understand. But I understand that a lot of you might not like, I don't know, you just might not know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to break down what I'm going to do for this then. I've raised the seat just to put my arms in a better position to target my lats instead of raising it higher, where it's more likely to target like my traps if I do it like that. And the aim is, I don't always abide by this, sometimes I'll forget, but I don't move my arms. I say I don't. I try not to move my arms past my hips. It just stays just right here. Anything beyond that, again, it's just going to be traps. Just a nice sort of stretch. I'm still trying to figure out if leading into it is going to work. I don't think it does. I think keeping your back straight is probably the best way forward. Just stretch and stretch and stretch, and all the way to your hip. And then just allow it to stretch, and then all the way to your hip. Okay, I've accidentally just started with my right. Seriously think I need to do some neck curls. You might be wondering, why neck curls? What a fucking weird exercise. Well, it's because I have a fat head and I feel like it would look less thick if I did some neck curls. Oh, that's at ones. Oh. Position 6. Well, fuck it, it's sweaty as shit in here. And when it mixes with it being rainy like the day before, it is a terrible, awful wank combination. Like eyebrow sweat kind of day. But it's a really nice walk back because I love it's quite like I'm looking forward to getting a car and stuff. But I know like I'm probably not going to be walking as much. I am going to miss like just walking to my location, like listening to music. Because in the car, you listen to music for like 10 minutes, you get maybe 2 or 3 songs in. 2 or 3? No, like you get more than that, but you know what I mean? Walking, you get loads in. And you know, you get time to think. I think I'm going to increase calories just because I don't really look like I put on much weight. Like the scale's going up, but I still look like I did when I finished my cut. My vascularity hasn't disappeared after a month. It's still pretty damn fucking good. I'm doing all right. I mean, once it's like, oh, yeah, it definitely looks like I'm bulking, then I'll, if I need to, I'll reduce the calories. But I mean, we're doing pretty fucking well.